Peak Performance Coach Madden here. Today we'll talk about principle number 5, act like the highest version of yourself. This is from 1% Warrior Code of Success. This is one of our 7 principles, and the Code of Success book is now available on Amazon and my website, coachajmadden.com. Let's jump right into principle number 5. Let's start out with a quote from Matthew Kelly. Live as the best version of yourself. Every single moment we have a choice. It gives us the opportunity to express the best version of yourself. Are you going to express the best version of yourself? What would the best version of me do? Make a choice to live from that place. It's a very simple principle. Act like the best version of yourself in any given moment. We all know what that is. We all know what the happiest version of ourselves is, the most confident version of ourselves, the one who acts to the highest level of morality. And we need to stop overthinking things and just do it and act our way into it. Now, we will cover each one of our 7 principles has 3 master keys which support this principle. Let's cover master key number 1. We'll start here. Fix your physiology. And this is a quote from Lee Morrison. He's one of the top self-protection experts, self-defense experts on the planet. And Lee says, put your body language where you want your mind and mental state to be. Next time you feel upset, stand really tall, throw your head back, and put a stupid smile on your face. You are changing your physiology. In the moment, it's pretty much impossible to feel bad. So why would a self-protection expert, one of the best on the planet, be talking about changing your physiology, putting a smile on your face? Because this also applies to confidence. When we stand up straight with good posture, we feel more confident. When we feel more confident, we stand up straight with good posture. It's a loop, back and forth. The mind affects the body, and also the body affects the mind. When the body affects the mind, it's called embodied cognition, where we can put our mind and our emotions in a certain place by changing our body. It's one of my favorite, absolute favorite principles, theories in psychology, that embodied cognition. Mindset follows behavior. Mindset follows behavior often. When we behave a certain way, our mindset changes. When we take action on something, when we put the repetitions into something, our mindset changes. We become more confident at what we do. And embodied cognition, here's an example from embodied cognition. Putting a pencil between your teeth. Putting a pencil between your teeth and smiling, holding that pencil. We're changing our physiology, which is changing our emotions. If you do that for 10 seconds, you begin to feel happier. Research on embodied cognition tells us the mind is not only linked to the body, but the actions of the body are linked to the mind and changing our mindset. And, generally there's 5 states of mind that people want to get in. More confident, more happy, more relaxed. They want to have more enthusiasm, and they want to have more energy. And with embodied cognition, we can change our physiology to get into these mind states of happiness, like we just talked about, holding the pencil between our teeth and smiling for 10 seconds. More confidence by standing up straight and changing our physiology that way. More energy by doing 30 seconds of exercise, 30 seconds of jumping jacks or squats or push-ups. We will feel more energized. 30 seconds of relaxation, deep breathing and progressive muscle relaxation. We will change our mindset there. It's quite extraordinary what we can do. If we want to feel more enthusiastic, we can act enthusiastically. We can dance. That's a one that comes up often in terms of embodied cognition. If we want to feel more enthusiastic, we can dance, or we can speak with enthusiasm. We can act enthusiastically. It's quite extraordinary. Again, one of my favorite concepts, embodied cognition. Here's a quote from George Bruno. You think your way into depression or anxiety, but you have to act your way out. And I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving any psychiatric advice here, but what George is saying is to change your physiology and act your way out of it. And an example of that would be walking outside maybe for 30 minutes or doing exercise or something to take your mind off maybe the depression that you're feeling, and also to get some good chemicals into our body through exercise, our happy chemicals that come out through exercise into our brain. Again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not making a diagnosis here. That's just, an example of changing your body to change your mind, acting your way into it. Tony Robbins says motion creates emotion. Here's master key number 2 with act like the highest version of yourself. Baby steps will take you all the way up Mount Everest if you just keep taking them. And that's by Mary Morrissey. Master key number 2 for our principle is just do it. Just do it. It's a fire, ready, aim principle. It's don't overthink things. Just do it. Just put one foot in front of the other and take action. As long as it's not harmful physically to yourself or someone else, it's not illegal, immoral, you're not hurting someone else, just do it. Just take action. Just try. Just test it out. Test small, but do something. Don't overthink things. And so often we put ourselves in a state of paralysis by analysis, and we put ourselves into a state of self-doubt by questioning, should we do it? Can I do it? What will people think? And the reality is, just do it. When I started making these videos for YouTube, I just did it. I didn't overthink it. What will people think? Will they like it? Will they not like it? I just started making videos, and I just started talking about things that I was passionate about, that I believed would be helpful to other people. The videos weren't perfect. They're still not perfect. I do everything I can to get a little better each day, 1% better each day. And I make these videos with the people that will watch them and listen to them in mind, that how is this useful to them? How can I educate? How can I help someone? How can I share something that I learned that helped me with someone else, hoping that it just helps one person? And if I overthought things and self-edited, and when the videos weren't perfect, delete it, don't do any more self-judgment, self-criticism, I'd never make them. Because I would overthink it. Instead, I just do it. I make the videos, and with helping people in mind. A good plan violently executed today is better than a perfect plan executed next week. That's General George Patton. If you work really hard at something, you will trip over the techniques that work. And that's from Brian Tracy. This is just get started. Have a sense of urgency and just get started. Just test it out. Try it out. Done is better than perfect. Action is better than inaction. Just do your best and forget the rest. That's a quote from Tony Horton, the founder of P90X, the creator of P90X. Just do your best and forget the rest. Just stay in motion. Keep moving. Keep trying. Don't worry about what people think. Most people don't care anyway about what you're doing. That's a big secret. Most people are not worried about what you're doing. Let's talk about master key number 3 for our principle 5, act like the highest version of yourself. And this master key is act as if. Here's a quote from Bill Walsh, 3-time Super Bowl champion head coach. Winners act like winners before they are winners. Winners act like winners before they are winners. And that's an act as if quote. Act like you're the best before you are the best. Develop the habits and the mindsets of the best in class, the top 1% in your field, the world champions, the top 1% of the top 1%. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. Act as if. Act as if you are a happy person. Act as if you are a confident person. Act as if you are the best in the world at what you do. Develop the same habits as the best in the world and act your way into it. Again, don't overthink things. One way you can do this is model. You can model the success of someone who is 5 to 30 years ahead of you where you want to be. Conor McGregor modeled Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, and Bruce Lee. Warren Buffett modeled Benjamin Graham. Jeff Bezos modeled Sam Walton. Kobe Bryant modeled Michael Jordan. This is an act as if, act your way into it mentality. This is modeling how they talk, how they behave, how they think, their habits, all those things. Success leaves clues. So instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, go to the Mount Rushmore of your field and look at the best and act like they do. Act like they do. Not that complicated. Don't overthink things. Here's a quote from Dr. Alan Weiss, and this is one of my favorite act as if quotes. The fact is, if you want to be someone, you have to start acting that way now. You don't plan for it, you act that way immediately. Act that way now. Start acting right now, this moment. Who do you want to be? If you want to be a healthier person, act like a healthy person. If you want to be a more confident person, act like a more confident person. One of the most powerful principles. Our 7 principles of success here from the Code of Success book, out of 200 principles of peak performance that I have learned, practiced, and taught over the last 20 years, I picked the 7 that I thought were the absolute highest impact. If I could only pick 7, it would be these. And this act like the highest version of yourself and all the master keys, the 3 master keys that go along with it, are just absolutely crucial to your success and to your happiness. If you found this video useful, please click like and subscribe. If you found it helpful, please share it with someone else that you believe will also find it helpful. I wish everyone success and happiness, and I challenge you to act like the highest version of yourself.